What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my bedroom. I'm Joseph Fincham, you're you, and I know that in the last video I said I was done with the prep work. I'm not done with the prep work. I added these supports at the corners of each door so that I can hang some cut up drop cloth over them and hopefully control any overspray, because I'm going to be using the airbrush to put my initial layer of color down. This is actually going to be behind the actual background with some tape, peel the tape, reveal the color, that kind of a thing. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have to put that piece of drop cloth up here this way because I'm hoping to control any overspray. I think I learned my lesson from the dust in the last video. You know what I'm talking about. You saw it. Okay, the drop cloth is over here, so let me get it. Okay, this is it. Time to put it up. Okay, that ought to do it. It's up. Hopefully it won't be blocking anything. Got a few camera angles going, so I'm going to pour the yellow and we're going to do this. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to my other airbrush. That was the Grex. The next one is going to be the Iwata, and we're going red this time. I seem to be getting just a little bit of dripping. I did water it down, but we'll see how it goes. Orange. Not enough orange. Now this dripping is all my own fault. I am watering it down and I'm not releasing the trigger at the ends like I should. I'm just I'm kind of rushing through it because it's a background behind the actual background, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be sort of a smooth blend. I'm going to mix up a little bit more orangey yellow, more yellow than orange hopefully this time. I'm getting low on paint already for this background, so let's see if I can get it done. This tape line here, but it's just a guide. It doesn't matter if I get any overspray past it. It'll all be covered up later anyway, so it doesn't matter. And there we have it. Background complete. Not the greatest job, but it's yellow, orange, red, dark red. That's what I wanted. That's what I got. Hopefully, this will all work out. Now, I'm going to go clean all my stuff, and then I'll come back. See ya. Okay, so we're on to the next step. To get into the next step, we have to tape up the hexagons on this colorful background, and to do that, I've made myself this little template here. Got a little piece of tape on the back. It's divided into 1-inch hexagons, and what I'll do is I'll tape a couple, and then I'll take a break and cut the template down 1 inch, and then I'll put them back up, and that way they'll slowly get smaller and more spaced out. I got my tape right here, 1/4 inch tape, so let's get started. Okay, that's one set done. Now I'll cut the template down and we'll go from there. Okay, so first cut is made, template's a little bit smaller. Let's get into it. Be careful when using X-Acto knives, and don't drop them through your foot. Now you know. Now, as you can tell, these are going on kind of sporadically, so there's no real plan to them yet, but there will be. So, it's time to take a second, cut this down again, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so, in my first transition, I cut off 1 inch, but in my second transition, I'm going down 2 inches, because I definitely want it to get a little bit smaller as this grid works its way in towards the center. Back to it. Scissors, they're your friend. All these little bits of tape are really hard to get off your fingers. So now I'm going to trim down to the last size, and I'm going to put a bunch of these, and a couple of them will actually be filled in, so that'll take a little bit of extra taping. So I'm going to cut out the stencil, and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I got my stencil, I got my scissors, I got my tape. Final round, let's go. last piece. Apparently I lied. This is the last piece of tape. Okay, so the next step is going to be putting on some acrylic matte, some clear, because there was bleeding down at the bottom where the tape was when I airbrushed, and I don't want this to bleed. I want these to be nice crisp lines, so I'm going to put down a clear matte medium over the tape. Anything that bleeds under will be clear. That way when I do the actual background on top of this, everything will be cool. Okay, so I'm pretty much done for right now. The next time you see me, I'll have an outfit change, probably. We'll get into it, put the matte medium on, and then we can start painting the background. Cool.